Hi there, and welcome to the Average Person Advice Channel. I'm the average guy, Nick, and today I want to talk a little bit about finding a career path or developing your career, especially when you're first starting out. I know for me, when I first started, I had no idea what I wanted to do, and I was in a bit of a sort of financial situation with my family, and so I ended up just working to start, and through that I learned a lot, developed a lot, made a lot of mistakes. Ended up going back to school after continuing my education and developing my career, sort of slowly over that. So I want to take what I've learned from my experiences and try to help give some of that, information for you guys to help you guys with your decisions in your career and your path. So I probably have to break this down into a few videos. I don't want to make it like a really crazy long video, but I think when you first start, the important thing is to try to look at and see what you like or love. If you're something you love, that's great. You have a good starting point, and see if you can match that to a career path or direction you want to go. And sometimes it's very obvious. Maybe you love cooking. Well, then it's easy enough to say, okay, I'm going to go to school and try to be a chef or a cook or pastry chef or whatever, right? But maybe it's much more difficult. Maybe you like specific activities, something like, say, planning for a vacation or a trip or something like that. So the trick with that is you look at the things you really enjoy and you try to break those down into specific skills. So, for example, with, say, planning for a trip or vacation, right, the main element of that is planning. So what's involved in planning, right? What are the skills involved in planning? So there's probably a lot of organization, setting goals, prioritization, research, data analysis, putting together that plan and everything, and then executing it. So, with those skills, there's a lot of different things. I mean, you could get into, say, project management. You could take certain elements of that you really love and try to compare them to other career paths and try to move forward on that. So that kind of thing is very beneficial, right? If you start looking at, start analyzing and thinking about it, because I know, just it takes time. It takes time to figure out what you want to do. And a lot of the times you might start down a certain career path and find, hey, I don't really like this, or I want to do something else, because until we experience things and we continue to learn and develop and grow, it's hard to know, right? And things will change, and what we like and dislike will change over time. And so, it's important as well to be sort of ready to take on opportunities, right? You prepare yourself, you develop your skills, and be open to maybe taking a different path than what you originally thought, or following a different career. So, I think that's important. Now, if you really have no idea, the other option you can do is you can look at, say, the market demand. What are the hot jobs right now? What's the main demand, and what does the demand look like, say, over the next, 7, 8, 9 years, however long you think it's going to take for you to, get into the program, finish your education, get out, get some experience, so that you can try to take advantage of the future demand, right? So, it can be a bit hard to decide. I know there's some that, there's been demand there for so long and probably will be for quite a while. One is, say, becoming a trade, right? Like an electrician or a plumber, millwright, something like that. It's not a glamorous career. A lot of people don't like the idea of doing that. It's very hands-on, physical, but it's in demand, and it's also nice in that it gives you a lot of flexibility. The nice thing about being, say, a trade is that when you go through the process, because you're working while you're doing school, you're going to come out of school with less debt. You come out with a skill set that is very versatile, right? You can work for yourself, you can work for a company, you can start your own business and have like a side gig while you're working for a company. You can, say, buy houses, rebuild them or fix them up, and then turn around and sell them. There's lots of opportunities there, right? So I think the important thing is put a plan in place and start moving forward. Because you have to just get out there and experience career, experience life, experience work to figure out, what direction you want to take, and then be prepared to take different opportunities. I know for me, like, for example, I originally went to school for art and design because that was something that interested me. And then I got out of that program, realized it wasn't really what I wanted to do, ended up getting into manufacturing, and then, into sort of maintenance more specifically. And now I've been, following sort of that career path just from taking those opportunities for my whole career, and it's served me pretty well. So it's just important to start with that and move forward. The other big thing nowadays is social media. It's very important to brand yourself and to have a consistent brand, right? Be professional, regardless if you're posting on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok and of course LinkedIn, which is the big one for, career development. Put a professional front forward, but sell yourself and who you are and the skills that you have and, put that forward, right? And that's, I think, important to start that almost, as soon as possible kind of thing, especially LinkedIn, right? Get out there, build your networks, send messages, communicate with people, and start, learning and teaching yourself things. And, just developing these different aspects, these different pieces are going to help you develop and move forward in your career and take those opportunities. Or if you do know what you love, it's going to help you maybe develop and build and take opportunities in that field in what you want to do specifically, right? So like for me, the last, role in the role I'm working on right now, I was reached out to on LinkedIn by someone from that company, and that's how I got that opportunity. And so, it's so powerful these days, right? So build yourself, build your brand, get a good resume together, and be prepared to always update it and always be prepared to learn more, and that's something that is important for you as an individual, but it's also, that continuous learning and development is also important these days for, a lot of organizations and companies as well. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. So anyways, thank you so much, and Average Guy signing out for now. Have a good day.